Thank you all for joining me again. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but it was kind of weird. I was going out. I accidentally hit close game, not log out. So I had to go through all that. And when I did that, I guess it just completely cut me out. So sorry about that. But we're back for round 2. Alright, let me see what I can find. I got someone that said they wanted to join me, so let me see if he's on and find him. Give me a minute, y'all. Oh, come on, stop that. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Add played. Okay, so. Nope. Back up. Triangle. Okay, good. I think that's what it was. See if he's there, if it's him. Okay, so I'll get him on eventually and I'll ask him. So, alright, let's see here, trying to figure out where we were left off. Oh yeah, this is Thursday, so this is story quest day, and then tomorrow will be side quest day. Alright, see here, I'm still eating, so just if you hear some crunchy sounds, well, you know, I'll just be nice, and when I take a bite of the sandwich, I'll turn the mic off so you guys don't have to hear me crunching. Had a double cheeseburger with bacon, lettuce, tomato, sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. Yum. Okay, anyway, where were we at? I don't even remember what I was doing. It's been so long. Oh yeah, the remembrance. That's why I was there, because I was getting ready to do the remembrance. Okay. Let's go do that then. Remembrance are pretty much the events that lets you actually get into the game and do everything else. This is pretty much let you know that you graduated from training. On average, so. So, I don't know if there's talking or not.
I lost my son to the calamity. 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
I'll actually not talk through this. I'll turn the mic off so you guys can hear the talking. That'll give me time to eat too, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
Yep, that guy he's a very important character later on, so, but you'll see that when I get to it.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Carteneau. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive.
But they're talking about the calamity, I think they're talking about the attack from Bahamut that destroyed the area. Now, I'll go into a little backstory a little bit on this game. It has to do with the calamity is basically what happened to Final Fantasy XI, but I'll go into more of that story later on. I'll just let you guys finish listening to this.
Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done!
It's up to us to protect the forest!
All the elementals!
Okay, that's the end of that one. We've got 2 more of these to go through, so... yeah, the Calamity, from what I understand, and I could be mistaken, but from what I understand from the studies I've done, the Calamity is what happens. If you get the game, or you watch, go to YouTube...
If you'll permit me, Alfie, no.
Alright, I'll let you guys, let's finish it. I thought it was done, but okay, hold on. I'll fill in more after.
And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Okay, remember at the beginning of the game you had the 2 white-haired kids that were on the bus, on the wagon with you? These are the 2 kids. You finally get to meet them now. Yeah, it looks like the talking's done, so... The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with 2 beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and went to summon the bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently. At least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed as roughly at the times that summoned the primal Rama. Now, the primals are actually the guardian forces, or aeons, or espers, or whatever you want to call them. But they're basically a form of the summons, as you can tell by the names. The Gridanians have no love of war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. That's why I chose this area, because this place is so nice and peaceful. I love it. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though through wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the Calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and therefore the power of the elements, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue to their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will help all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of the capable adventurers prove to them, then? Well, perhaps we will find out if the Elder Seedshare words fell on fertile ground. Okay, so we got this part done. Okay, so now, now back to what I was gonna say. Okay, so the Calamity was basically, okay, in the opening cutscene in this game actually was set up to where, you saw 5 heroes, 1 of each race. They're the Warriors of Light from 11. 11, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, and if anybody from Square Enix is watching me, I'm not trying to go up there and say what's what, but I think the it had to do with, what do you call it? Okay, they were having glitches and problems trying to get everything all worked out, getting the bugs worked out. And I don't know what happened, but I think a lot of people stopped playing and they were getting around, so they decided to find a way to redo Final Fantasy XI, which is just like this, strictly online. And what happens is they came out with, they worked on those several years, and while they're making the world, which is the same world as 11, they made improvements on it, made everything a lot better and this and that. And with that, they pretty much used Bahamut's storyline. So they basically did this to keep the two stories connected, and they transferred over to Final Fantasy XIV. And that's what we're doing now, and that's the whole story. So Calamity is what basically brought Final Fantasy XI to a halt, and they came out with this one here. So when they're talking about, whenever they're talking about Calamity, they're talking about the game, the story from Final Fantasy XI. It was, I think it had a lot of bugs and glitches, so they're trying to figure out what to do. So they decided to shut it down and redo the whole system to make it more actual enjoyable. And with that, they basically they came out with Final Fantasy XI. 14, and they did a lot of upgrades and everything else, and they've done a really good job on this. So yeah, so I've been wanting to play Final Fantasy XI when it came out, but at the time I couldn't. So when I came out with Final Fantasy 15, I was really happy that they actually came out with it. I was like really happy. So but yeah, so we're gonna get to the next storyline here. Now we're gonna talk to Merlweb. Yeah, here we go.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Ha yeah, ah, ha ha, yeah, ha!
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
Yep, they're back. They come to every single event, so you'll see them again in the third one.
The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our Grand Company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the curs fly their flags within our borders. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued with 2 beast tribes. The first one are fish-like Sahagins, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds that dwell beneath the earth and take their primal's Titan as their god. As if the beast tribes present weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominsan's backyard. And that is to say, not for internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight against themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched in deeper shade of crimson ere long. That's a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew and beyond question. Okay, one left. And gotta go with Old Dot for it. One left, and once we get this one done, we'll see where we go from there. Okay, so the Remembrance Service at the Royal Promenade. Can I get there from here? I think I can. Chamber of Rule, I think, is where I need to be. Yep, that's where I need to be, so let's go around. Run! Here we go. Next, okay, the next one comes up. Alright, time to mute again.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raoban? People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are by fire reborn! Forsooth?
The time is now!
I
Fancy meeting you again.
The Ul'Dahans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by the Book of Distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Ul'Dahans do not shy from confronting if aught threatens their precious prosperity, and will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering its flames each time he is stoked to life? Yet he has been one of several problems, though they have been quite these past 5 years. The Garleans have got away. Sorry. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'Dah has no policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had a coin, resources will never be infinite. Which brings me to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Ul'Dahans send their forces to smite the primal, and although their unvariable succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition, which they cannot well stand. Small wonder, then, that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. There's something up with his sister, and I have no idea what it is, but there's something really up with her. Trevor, this is Mephilia. You are well, I hope? Would I be correct in thinking that your final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago you say, what a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests at the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands. It would not do to keep them in suspense any longer, if then necessary. In short, hurry back. Now we get to choose one of the Grand Companies. You've got Ul'dah, which is more aggressive. Gridania, which is more peaceful. Then you have Limsa Lominsa, which is more... They're more about... They want peace, but they're not afraid to fight for it, to get peace. Kind of thing. They're into the defensive style stuff. Okay. And after this, we get our Chocobo. I really believe we get our Chocobo this time. I hope I'm right. I can start riding my mounts around instead of running. Petunia Song Dancer. Yeah, level 28. $20 more seconds and I can run again. Oh, that's a duty. Never mind. I thought it was just a random enemy, but it's a duty. Can't attack it. Yeah, when you're doing a duty, no one else can jump in and take your kills for you, which is kind of good. It's okay for the regular enemies to jump in and help people, because the experience gets split. You get the full experience no matter what. But the duties like that, it could be a fate, not fate, but it could be a leave or something like that. You'll get certain points for it. And if you have a party with you, like if you're teaming up with like 2, 3, or 4 people, when you do that, you'll actually get experience, I think. Not really thinking straight right now. Sorry, guys. Let me just focus on the game. I'd have had people that actually talk to me. I would actually let you guys choose who I should join up with. But I'm gonna actually join up with you know, the other 7 games I have, I've always joined up with Gridania. I wonder if I join up with one of the other ones, if it'd be different. I'm gonna go with Limsa. I think I'm gonna try Limsa this time. Have you see the problems? I trust you see the services are in the demand. Would there were more of you, Treffa? But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and 7th Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alisaie, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all.
Wow. Well, that's the first time I played this game. This is actually, right now, this is the first time I've actually watched the storyline. I've always just skipped through the cutscenes. Like, I could do this to skip the cutscenes, but it's actually pretty... I've never seen this part, so now I know why they separate, so...
The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Okay, I'm gonna be doing this one here, Limsa. I've done Gridania. I'm just wondering if there's anything, if they do things differently. Oh, later on, you can actually change between these officers anytime you want. You can choose any of them anytime you want. You can change them out. But it's all about getting this here first. How was the Admiral's speech? Ah, but you need not explain. That you stand before me now is answer enough. You have resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? Yep. That's the spirit. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now the choice is made. It is time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Limsa Lominsa and seek out the Grand Company's headquarters. Maelstrom Command is located in the upper decks. I will send word to our personal officer to expect you. The duties of Maelstrom soldiers can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings, sir. Okay. Now, next thing, we gotta go there, so get out of here, then I'll teleport out of here. Yeah, Alphinaud's a pretty cool character. You'll see more of him later on. But he's a pretty cool character. Sister, you don't see much from after this point. From this point on. Take forever to load. Let's go to the upper decks. The aft castle. Oh, down that way. There it is. Cross the bridge. Hail, adventurer. What business have you at the Maelstrom Command? Many shall I believe you are expecting me. Trevor Longstar. Aye, our recruitment officer sent word that you were coming. It shall be an honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir. What is it, private? And this had better be important. Sir, we've received a report from the lookout in Lower Lenosha, sir. Imperial forces have fired upon the High-Wind Skyway airship. The vessel is in a bad way, sir, and appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Dang it. We have no troops available to the area. The bulk of the infantry is bogged down to the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Longstaff, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in the service is in the Maelstrom needs to be unofficial. If our man in Lonelos is correct, the airship will come down in territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If they are any survivors, we must reach them before the Garleans do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. Yeah, and the two people that survive are actually people that we know from other Final Fantasy games. Okay, so I gotta find out where Cedarwood is, so... let's just head into New Gridania first, because I know it's there. So I think it's an area I haven't unlocked yet. Oh, it is an area I haven't unlocked yet, because if it did, you could just teleport to Cedarwood. Wait, isn't that Limsa? Let me check. Dania. Central, east, south. No, south is you know, I'm wondering if it is that one. I might have made a mistake, you guys. Sorry, hold on a second. Ah! Did it again. Alright, let's try this again. Summerford Farms. Aha. There it is. So I do have to go there. Alright, so Lower Lenosha. Never been there before, so okay, so I made a mistake, y'all. Sorry. We'll leave from the lower decks area and then we'll just go down that way. My fault. For some reason I thought it was over here. I thought Cedarwood was over here for some reason, but definitely not. From the Tempest Gate. Yeah, there it is, Lower than also. So now it's time to open up this area. Ooh, 14020. Nice. A lot of experience on that one. Alright. Alright, there we go. Okay, now. So we gotta go up this way. And of course, I have to run. Ugh. I want to mount. I want to mount. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're in Cedar Woods, and then we're gonna go this way. Oh, come on, and run again. If I remember correctly, this is where we meet Biggs and Wedge. Yep, that looks like it, alright. Ah, it's an actual duty. So, I gotta sink down to level 24. But, let's see what happens. Yep, it's them. An adventurer? What are you doing here? No way, let's find some cover first. Maelstrom Command sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't have a uniform. Yetis, sir. We are from the Maelstrom. You're a Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Longstar. Good work on reaching your friend here before the Imperials. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in the Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered by the Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Yep, we gotta fight. Scouting party of the Castrum. Occidens or Occidens. I'd say seems they want your ship, engineer. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. Sound familiar, you guys? Wedge, this is Biggs. The ship's called the Tiny Bronco. Ff14, anyone? Tiny Bronco, isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? Excuse me. Is the first airship we've built since the Calamity the first since Master Garland? Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she's finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring. She really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're going to hit those Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut. But they're not getting the ship. Oh, and don't forget to save the Lalafell. Wow. What say you, Longstar? Ready to give these curs a hiding? Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge! No healers. Good. I don't know. I don't think he's a healer or not. Hopefully he's a black mage. And here we go, guys. Out of the way, come around here. Where's the magic user? Yeah, he's a black mage, but let's get him. Need to kill the magic user. They usually do a lot more damage. Whoa, Magitech Vanguard. Tank's doing a good job. Yeah, we did it. Done. Well done, everyone. Good work. Whew. Biggs. Wed, you shouldn't have stayed on that with that ship. That was a close one. Too damn close, so how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can ring around thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. Well, stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll be here for a good while yet. Longstar, you're free to return to the Maelstrom Company and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer with your ability was safely sworn in and ready for your next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform Command you were part of your part you played today. I just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Haha. Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads there, we'd be chained up in the dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge? Thank you, we're very grateful. Level's no longer synced. Okay, let's go back to the Maelstrom. Teleport to Limsalum into the lower decks. Excuse me. Sorry again. Taste the onion on your breath. Yum. From my hamburger. Cheeseburger, I should say. It's pretty good. Now I gotta clean the pan, clean the dishes later after I get off here, and when I get hungry, I'll make grilled cheese. With tomato. Best is grilled ham and cheese with tomato. That's like, it's awesome, but don't have no ham, so just grilled cheese and tomato. Next stuff. God. I hear it cracking all around. Ugh. Jump! Jump! Crisscross says jump! Jump! Yeah, blah blah blah. Salute me all you want. Okay, welcome back, Longstar. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed their return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems your stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of after you're properly inducted into the Maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction, it gives you +1. That's a belt, but this is all jewelry. Another belt. Oh, that's for those type of characters. No, all classes. Okay, do I even have this already? Item comparison? Oh yeah. Oh wait, no. Okay, the withered earrings are way better than the brass air cuffs. Because I'd only get a direct hit rate +1, but the other one gives me +1 to all stats. So yeah, it'd probably be good, and I'll have to get these repaired, so I'm going to keep the earrings that I got now. So let's just take the... Let's see. Item comparison, level 17, the voyage is level 20. Yeah, I'd rather have the critical hit than the determination, so... Money. Alright. The personal officer stands ready to complete your induction to the ranks. Alright, here we go. Oh, let us start afresh, shall we? We are welcome here, You are welcome here, Trevor Longstar. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening before you swear our allegiance to us. However, it is only right that I tell you exactly what it is that you will be joining. Our Grand Company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against a nation's deadliest enemies. We are the Maelstrom, are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Garlean Empire, and solving the many problems caused by the calamity. Every man and the woman who serves under our colors have a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa afloat and on whatever headed Chief Admiral Merlweb Bluffishrin sees fit to set. As part of the Grand Vessel's crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the oars from the winds do not look favorable last. The strength of arms may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you with talk of ship and oar, let me put it another way. The Maelstrom soldiers labors till its last breath, fights till its last drop of blood. We give all in service to our nation, and no less is expected of you. It is customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering the Maelstrom's ranks. Is there aught you'd like to say? Okay. You have my sword till sea swallows all. What skills I have are yours till sea swallows all. I will follow the Admiral to the very bottom of the abyss. I'll say nothing. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll say my skills. Yes, the many and varied skills of the adventurer. I have no doubt that your travels have furnished you with such knowledge as will prove invaluable to our cause. Trefalansa, I hereby assign you the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, Private. You may serve Limsa so well. Till sea swallows all. Can you hear me, Treff? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with the news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private. I have no doubt that you are eager to make your acquaintance of the new comrades, but I would ask you to pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a woman of the storm, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at the earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. That's a cool outfit. Let me see what you're wearing. I like that outfit. Examine. Sorcerer's coat with the hempen kamish. The wizard's tonban and the Colosseum loincloth. Okay, and the boots. Sorcerer's crockhose with the arch Kyo skin boots. Okay. And hempen, nice. Okay, now. Huh. Cute. Okay, now let's see here. Come on, Moogle. Oh wait, yeah. Speak with the Silent Seventh. The Waking Sense. Did I talk? Okay, yeah, I did. Good. All right. What does he? Rishiki Riki. There it is. This is where you get your chocobo. Definitely gonna accept this one. I must say, the tales of your deeds have been inspired by our troops. Our duties takes us far and wide, and now that we're to slug across quite a few malms of countryside in known feat. Such a sterling soldier of the Maelstrom deserves her own steed. Let us see about having one issued for you. All you need to do is to obtain a Storm Chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals for the quartermaster. Once you have this deed presented to the Phrygian, and she will see you saddled up with one of the trusty birds. Okay, so is it her, the quartermaster I gotta come to? Oh, there it is, yeah. I need 200 seals, I got nothing. So, that means I'll have to do some fates. So, to get that. So, now I'm wondering if I can actually do that first. Now let's go here. Travel, teleport, Horizon. That's where I need to go. Gotta go to Horizon. For the Horizon. Hi, Abby. Yes, I see you in the hallway just sitting there doing nothing. What's up, baby? What's up, buddy? Okay, now. Oh, there we go. This way. Now, company seals you can get multiple ways. The main way to get them is by doing fates. Fates gets them. That's basically the biggest way to get them. There are other ways, but I can't remember all the ways right now. But so yeah, looks like there's a fate over here somewhere. So do a fate, and I'll show you that what you get for that. Oh, is that the... Oh, yeah, it's a big guy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to... Is this gonna... I might get the birdies, too. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Bubbly Bernie. I need to kill that thing first. That bird needs to go first. Damn it, just got another bird on my butt. Damn it! Yeah, that's... Well, I ain't gonna do that one right now. Dang it. Do it later. That really sucks. I need my... Crap. That was a bad fate to do, but oh well. I'll find a couple other ones later and we'll do them. Just those birds got in my way. What do we need next from you? Oh, that's for the glamour thing, yeah. Of hand, level 15. Okay. So can't do glamours yet. Waking Sands. Need a papalemo. Welcome back, Treffa. Lady Manfillion awaits you within. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why the recruitment officers are called to regale me with the tale of your heroics? The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Treffa. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Yep. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm... God, man, spit it out, will ya? Wedge, at your service. I'm pleased to say Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as the airship grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that the Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we need the knowledge of the experts. So we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Happy family grows. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given the chance to stand with you all and fight the future for our realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Yay. Oh, I just got 1,000 on something deal. Okay, next up. Sylph Management needs help to investigate the Sylphs. Okay.
Now, having set aside the formalities...
I love her voice.
We have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
I also think the voice actor for Urianger is actually Balthair from Final Fantasy XII. Just saying, sounds like him.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis, if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like Gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Gisselcreens, floating ones. Real nice.
Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals, Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Okay. Cool. I knew his voice sounded familiar. The person that played him was actually the voice actor also played Fairy Tale, played Skydrum. Okay, so next area we need to go to. Speak with the Versailles Helix at the Adder's, so I gotta go to the Adder's Nest. Leave the Solar first. Okay. See here. Gridania. So we have to go here, I think. Where we gotta go. Yep. Over here. So let's go find what we gotta do. I'm gonna probably take a couple minutes to do the quest to get my chocobo after I talk to this person. So we're gonna run around Gridania and do some of those things for a while. Yep. Beg pardons, 'tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud, but tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Hey, leveled up. Level 29. Okay, now. Commander Versailles Helix has been awaiting the aid of the Scions. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me that you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Ah, your little bird sings true. No doubt you heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch. Much of the delight of the Elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of chance of the summoning the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do you strike at Rama or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my legion. That is where the Scions come in. The Sylphs are a little soulless, remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with the people. I would hear their candid thoughts on the Temple Brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic traditions and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of the production parley. In not a little solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officers stationed there can enlighten you on how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expeditions be a worthy one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? I believe the ferry departing from Westsore Pier should all take us straight there. A friendly player indeed. I hope this will be straightforward as you say, Papalimo. Okay. Okay, you all take the ferry. I'll just do this. Okay, we're here now. Guards folk, gotta look for him. I have to go to the pier. Really? I have to go to the pier. Fine. I'll go to the pier. I can't believe I gotta go to the pier and talk to the person. Jeez. Maybe I wasn't supposed to do this right away. No, that's not the pier. I know the pier comes here. So where's it at? Oh wow, yeah, okay. So we gotta go that way. Oh, I can't run anymore. Duh. Okay, so let's do some fates because I need to get my chocobo. I need to get my mount. Wait, can I do them? Can I use my mounts now? Nope. Still have to get the thing for it. Okay. So let's just go do the fates that I can find. Level 13. Yeah, they won't bother me. Hello, birdie. You guys can't hurt me. You guys don't bother me. I'm not a threat to you. Here we go. Yeah, I got 12 minutes. Now, I'll show you when I kill this, when I get these all dead, I'll show you guys. But I mean, I need, I think it was, how much was it, 500? And of course I'm doing this alone, so it's going to take longer. Yeah, I'm going up pretty good. About 2 minutes we'll get all these guys done. This might be the last one. Hey, Los. What's up, man? Chocobo. I tried typing your name in to get you to become a friend on this character, but I can't, I didn't get a chance to. So when you get a chance, since you see my name, type in what I am, my name, and I'll accept you, too. Okay. That was the end of that one. So... anyway, on the screen when it says it comes up with what you got, it'll tell you how much you need for what. Is it up here? Nope, not there. Yeah, I'm just doing my actual file today, Chocobo. B area. So how are you coming along with your what do you call it? Your side quest we talked about last night? Were you able to do any of them yet? Yeah, I'm going to Old Gridania, unfortunately, because I gotta talk to the other guy. Sucks. I messed up. Me make boo-boo. I thought I could just teleport here, but I gotta actually go here and talk to the person. See, they actually make you do this. Arg. Arg, 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 arg. No, I'm not. I don't want to talk to my Moogle. Oh, sorry. Once you're ashore, head due east and you shall find the Hawthorne hut with the much trouble. I know that. Blah, blah. I know all that. Okay, thank you. Now I think I can go to the Hawthorne hut, right? Does it say go to the Hawthorne hut? Speak with Rosa Hawthorne at full flower. Heck with it. Now I know it's there. Hawthorne hut, here I come. It's not there now. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Wow. So I never even heard of full flower comb. Wonder where the heck that is. Yeah, I was talking to a friend that just came on, Chocobo down there. We started to play this together, so I'm basically, he's gonna add me as a friend, and he may join me, may not, I don't know, but he may be kind of interesting. Oh yeah, I need the mender. I need to repair my stuff. Forgot about, there it is. Okay, now repair gear. Oh yeah, repair all. Done. Okay, so give me a second. Yay, there it is. Yep, he is now my first friend. Okay, now I think I can come in here, right? No, she's outside. Yeah, we're in the party together, so. There she is. An adventurer. Thank the 12. You could have come at a more opportune time. Please, you must help us. Why, it's our bees. Our poor little dears are under attack by a murderous swarm of hornets. These beehives are our livelihood. You must save them. This one was annoying. Okay, so. There's 3 areas and I'm alone, so this is going to be very hard. So I'm popping out. Well, I'm not going to be alone. I got Lowe's. He'll be here shortly. Yeah. Where's the bees coming from? Oh, duh. Never mind. It's not that one. Just gotta click. That's why. Alright. Killer hornet clouds. Good, so this isn't the Fate one I was thinking of. Yeah, my friend's level 70. So. There he is. He's riding his mount. There she is. Thank you, friend. 1 second, you guys. As you can see down the left, he just messaged me, so let me see. Get my keyboard out, because I do have a keyboard, so I can type to people here. There is one who goes by Emilian. He is a sentry at Jocelyn's Spire, but makes regular excursions to our hut. He's quite enamored and is of our honey and the tales of my husband, Rolf. Though I found him to be tight-lipped around those he's unfamiliar with. Oh, I know what we might try. Why don't you take a jar of fresh honey to him? I reckon you'll find more than talkative then. Okay, so we put the pot fresh with things to Emmeline. So as soon as my friend gets me, because I have him on the PlayStation Network, so once he's able to, me and him are gonna communicate through the headset. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear him too, but we'll find out, and what we'll do is, if that's the case, but me and him are gonna be doing stuff together. So you're gonna see the two of us working together as a team, running things. There you are. There he is. Indeed, I am a Marillion of the Twin Adder. The face is unfamiliar to him. You have a present for me, you say? Fresh honey. A jar of Rosa's honey, and freshly harvested to boot. You certainly know how to make a first impression, friend. So, you are the adventurer to whom the commander spoke. Do forgive me for being curt. My stomach was rumbling something fierce. My word, this honey, like liquid gold. Forgive me. You have come to discuss not honey, but sylphs, for all their whimsy. They are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You do well to speak to Rosa's husband here, Rolf. He's forgotten about the sylphs than I'll ever know. Completed. Another 8,000 experience points, everyone. Okay, there's Rolf. Sylphic Studies. Come to learn a thing or two about the sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, let's just tell you, they're, beg your pardon, friend, my memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. Okay. Okay, so now I gotta go talk to people. Oh, there's one. The sylphs, yes. Father told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest you forget your face of the many glyphs, squiggles, and chokeable scratches, teehee. Okay. Now, there's one. The sylphs inveterate tricksters and troublemakers. That's what they are. One day they'll drawing marble faces to our mask, and the next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of the ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims that they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Last purse, oh there you are, better set. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to foist our foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Okay. Where do you go? Okay, so let's go back and talk to her again. Oh, of course, hearing your stories. Well, my stories has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago at dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You'd do well to remember this. It just may help win the favor of the forest friends. Okay. Now give me a second, you guys. Send a tell. Ending my stream in like 10 minutes. 10 mins. So we'll hook up after. I'll just do it that way, yeah. Okay, understood. Alright, so we're good there. Alright, now let's continue. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you'll have to bring along, Drat. What was it again? And Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. So, I got about another 10 minutes to end, and I'm actually, on the time, actually over a little bit, but I'm gonna try to keep all my streams, unless there's a bad headache or there's something, or I'm not feeling good for something. I'm gonna try to keep them all around a 2-hour mark period, so. Some of them may be over sometimes, so I'm gonna try to keep them, so. Right now, my other friend that does his streams, he's taking a week or two off, so I'm not too worried about making his streams because I don't have to make his streams right now, so. There's the honey yard. Oh, actually, how much currency do I have that? Do I have an... Oh, I got, see? The storm seals. I've got 63. I need 500. So that one fate got me 63 storm shields. There's Miss Hawthorne. A peace offering for the sylphs. I'd give you another jar of honey, but I fear that would get you passed in front of doorsteps, dear. No, their tastes run more truly unusual. Are you perchance familiar with the milk root? That what you call the root that most fiendish seedkin of Ochu. When chewed, it excludes a cloudy liquid that is said to induce curious visions of imbibber. You'd not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an Ochu around the comb in quite some time. But I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day where you, to stimulate it somehow, you should amber syrup. For example, you might be able to surprise what comes up next. Good luck. Okay, so now... Curious. It looks like to slay the Ochu. Okay, so. Little baby Ochus. Or is it going to be a big Ochu? I don't know. I'll probably save the chocobo for tomorrow, everyone. Ah, there it is. So I'll save the chocobo for tomorrow. We'll get the chocobo. This will be my last mission, and then I'm going to end. Here he is. Yeah, it's a little baby Ochu. Okay, Yep, so. Done. You're out. Just curious, just so I can slay the Ochu. Okay, now let's go back to Rolf. Man, they do send you back and forth quite a bit everywhere. Oh, wild hoglet. I'll deal with those later. Why am I going around in circles? Can you believe that? Wow. just to really make PO him off. Somebody else attacking him? That was weird. Okay. Weird. Anyway. Let's head back here now. Oh yeah, I forgot we can go in the side door. Ah, you're back. So my wife direct you the suitable offering. Milkroot. Milkroot? But of course, those sylphs quaff the cloudy stuff. As quick as I do a flagon of mead, the effects just about the same as well. Any road a gift of milkroot will have the sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on you. Now, let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Okay, let's accept this quest and we'll go do that. Well, we'll probably just accept the quest and we'll stop right here for tonight. I've taken the liberty of wrapping our milkroot well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from the god's awful stench. The sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. Oh, really? I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the mortals, and that put an end to my adventuring days. You're disgusting, dude. But I can tell you the story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today. Yes, the sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know their kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you regale me with your adventuring tales. And before you go, don't go trapsing off just yet. Aurelian here would have a word with you. Travel in safe, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. Oh. Okay. It's good to see your knowledge of the sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay our mission any further. Upon your arrival, little Solace, seek out a young sylph with the name Comuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples and on many an occasion, and has the close ear of the tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of the melodious root the sylphs so adore. I have something far greater. Excuse me. Damn, that was big. A far greater import for you to deliver. A missive from the Elder Seedseer herself. To summarize the letter comments in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, to restate Gridania's desire to maintain a humanious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good things. Okay, it looks like all I gotta do now is go there, right? Speak with, yep, that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna end right here. I'm gonna go out here in a nice sunny daylight. Alright, so I'm gonna end right here, you guys. Thank you all for joining me today and tonight. Today, whenever you're watching this. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we're gonna probably get to do the Chocobo thing, and then we're gonna be doing a bunch of side quests. So I will talk to you all tomorrow, and if you guys haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on to get more of my streams when I come up. Alright, my streams are from Tuesday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time, 7 to 9 p.m. Fridays, however, on Final Fantasy XI, I play a little longer if I'm up for it. So, for those people that want to join me later on at night or whatever, you can watch me then. So, yeah. Alright, you guys. I'm out. I gotta go use the bathroom real quick, so... alright, I'll talk to you guys later. And if anyone has Final Fantasy XIV, or you want to get Final Fantasy XIV, go ahead and, when you get it, if you want to join my group, come to Siren Server. And let me know in Discord and stuff like that. My name is Hina Hyuga. That's my main file. And if you like what I'm doing here, the name here is Trefra Longstar. But you can just type in when you get the game if you want me in. But I'm on the Siren Server. So, hope you guys all have a good day, and I will talk to you guys later. Night, y'all.